Welcome to the North Texas Community Difference-Denton, powered by the Difference Media LLC and 2940 The Difference Radio. The voice of small businesses and the communities they serve. Today's show is hosted by Matt Kern, entrepreneur and founder of Denton Does It, and Beth Caudill, realtor with eXp Realty, and Chance Post with Total Care. The North Texas Community Difference Series was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our host, co-host, and their guests share thoughts and insights about being a professional and the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in a very special way. Because the North Texas Community Difference-Denton
starts now.
Well, good morning and happy Tuesday. Another Taco Tuesday is on the books today. We keep saying Taco Tuesday. We've got to find us a taco provider. I know that the rest of the gang would love to have that too, and we would love to showcase somebody here local in the Denton area who makes great tacos. My name is Matt Kern. I'm your host of the Community Difference-Denton. Welcome today. We have a great show. We have great guests, and always that we have a great co-host on, and I'm so blessed and humbled and thankful for the people who present with me and support with me, and I always want to say thank you to our founder and editor, producer, Lyndon Wilson, for all of his help that he does. So the Community Difference, what we do with the Community Difference is to showcase local leaders and business people in our community who are really making the difference. And sometimes we know that personally just because of the networking we do with those people. And sometimes we find out from other people what those people are doing. And we love to showcase anybody who is passionate about their business and likes to, work within their community and help their community. So that segue in, I'd love to bring in my co-host, Beth Caudill and Chance Post. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How's it going?
It's going awesome. I'm loving this cool weather.
Man, this morning was what, 60 degrees this morning?
Very good.
Very good. Beth, unmute yourself.
Here I am. Sorry.
There you go.
You don't even know what you missed.
I know, right? Well, I want to say you both look wonderful today and amazing. You are two amazing people. Okay.
That's why I'm on this show, to get pumped up.
Wow,
now,
really
I want to
nice
say
here
that
today.
I want to say that Chance's lighting is spectacular. Right? Look how glowing he is, Beth.
I'm losing my tan, so now I have this light, so I don't have to go in the sun ever again.
I know, right?
It does look like you've lost a little tan, brother. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, you got to get out.
In the house.
Weren't you out this weekend?
Yeah, well, not in the, I guess I wasn't. I was indoors most of the time, I guess. It's too cold for the lake now, so.
I was supposed to be in Padre this weekend, and we had my daughter had an accident playing basketball. And so we've spent the time at home taking care of her. So it's all good. Yeah. So she she went for an MRI this morning, so I don't know the results yet. So
wow. That's scary.
Yeah. So
nobody likes that.
No, but playing sports and kids, stuff happens, right? And it always happens right before you're going to leave for your adult time.
Typically, that's how it works.
That's how it works.
Every time we're having last time I had to go to the ER, just right when I was leaving for vacation. It wasn't during the work time. It was during my vacation.
Yeah.
So that's part of it.
Man, things happen, and she felt so bad. I was like, honey, don't worry about it. That stuff happens. And, we just deal with it and move on. That's what parents do. Right.
Yeah.
It's scary though. I hate that for her.
I know. I did too. So anyway, we'll see what happens on there. So it'll be good. I noticed her swelling's going down. So that's a blessing, and she'll be fine. She'll be back into it soon because basketball is fixing to gear up. she's got to get going, and plus cheerleading and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's kind of missing out right now. So I know
Right.
it's killing her on
Right
that.
in the middle of it, man. That's a lot.
Yeah, there's a
Basketball
lot
and
of
cheer.
things going on for sure. There's a lot of activity going on just in Denton alone, right? We just had Jazz Fest. That was amazing,
Yep.
That
right?
was fun.
And thank goodness for, decent cool weather in the evening times too, which is a blessing. So what's going on in the real estate market, Beth? And we talk about this week over week, and then um the government wants to just mess things up.
Well, so the one thing, we're still seeing that interest rate about 7.5% right now. So it makes it a challenge. We got to get creative. I mean, I can't stress to you how much and how important it is to, probably go ahead and buy now. The prices are not going down.
No.
And like, if you look at like the big thing I saw last week is, if you decide to wait until the rate goes down, the difference between like maybe appreciation goes up 5% a year right now, and the difference between that and the interest rate next year being going down, if you kind of compare them to, it makes more sense to buy right now.
Yes.
People just, the immediate thing is, oh, I got to wait till the interest rate goes down. But really, they need to know they can refinance at that time when the rate goes down.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a better deal for you in the long run. Also,
agree.
you're not going to have as much competition.
Mhm.
Right now, you're not going to have competition really per se, unless it was just the one house that everybody wanted. Nobody. So once the interest rate goes down, what we see is that it's going to be a lot of people coming into the market again and
Well,
wanting to get that house.
Are y'all are not writing a lot of multiple offers right now, are you?
Not a lot of multiple offers at all.
Well, that would be the tattletale sign when multiple offers start to
Right,
pick back
right.
up again too, right, in the business. So we'll see what happens, and we're all just going to make the best of it,
Right.
I got my homeowners insurance renewal came in.
Yikes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it didn't go up that bad.
Oh, good.
So I talked to my insurance guy about it, and he said, "Well, if that's all it went up, you're really lucky."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Wow.
"Okay, that's good to know." So we'll see how car insurance does next.
Right.
I
when
think it's
time.
always really important to shop those things though
Yes.
every year, because
Mhm.
if we had a previous insurance company who we did not check it every year like we should have, and it went up way a lot, and then they never even, that insurance company, I don't think they ever looked at it. And then we found another company and they're like, oh, we could save you $1,000, $2,000,
Yeah.
$3,000. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I
Why
think you got to be
doesn't
careful
just-
if that auto renewal kicks in. You need to be talking to somebody before they do
Right.
the auto.
Yes.
They were going to double mine on the auto renewal
Isn't that
piece.
crazy, man?
And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Never
no.
hurts to check,
Right.
Yeah.
right? Hey, I
So-
did have something that happened to me yesterday that's never happened to me in 20 years of selling real estate.
Okay, tell us.
I parked out of the way to show a house because it was big trash day. So I stayed out of the way so I could be out of the big trash truck's way.
Yes.
I was thinking I was so smart.
Yep.
A tree branch fell on my car.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
On the
Dented my-
hood?
dented my hood and
Oh, no.
scratched up the paint. So
Oh my
I
gosh.
have to claim on that person's insurance policy, the homeowner, because their tree fell on my car.
Yep. That's
How about that?
crazy. I mean, what's the odds of that happening, right?
But and my client drives a Porsche 911. He was not happy. It hit his too.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, not fun.
So I
Yeah.
guess he's not buying that house. That's an omen.
Actually, he is going to try to buy that. And that's an
Oh my
instant.
goodness.
That's an instant price deduction. That's
Right.
an instant negotiating tool.
All right.
Right.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay.
No,
Okay,
it's really
Chance.
not. But
All right.
So I know
No.
that you went on a trade show What did you
Yeah.
learn?
So we, well, what's new is that we can now bill, if you own a company, we can bill your workers' comp. So if you are in a rush and you want to get your employees healthy quicker, they can get straight into the emergency room. That's for if they need an emergency. So, a lot of insurance places send you to Concentra or something like that, where they're contracted with your insurance. But if you're in an emergency situation that's beyond x-rays, lab work, those sort of things, then you can come to Total Care and we can now bill your insurance. If you don't want to file a claim on your workers' comp, we have very competitive cash rates that I can offer you. So that would be a way to not have your workers' comp insurance go through the roof the following year. And then we also are accepting people that have been in car wrecks. So something I never talked about before is if you're in an auto accident, you can zip into Total Care and we can take care of you. We can bill your auto insurance, or we can help you find an attorney.
Yeah, and you got to watch out for trees falling on you too, right?
Yeah. That's a good reason. If that would hit you in the head, you would have had to come into Total Care.
Seriously, Beth, you're
Luckily,
lucky
it
that
didn't.
you weren't standing over there by your car when it fell.
Right. I
mean,
mean,
Did you hear it fall? Did you
No.
hear the cracking?
No, we were in the house, but I mean, I got pictures. I'll send them to you. But
That's
it
crazy.
was, I mean, it was just super random and crazy.
Wow.
Well,
And of
stuff
course,
happens.
the thing landed on my hood of my car.
We're just thankful that you didn't get hurt, in that random tree falling. So when a tree falls on your car, does it make a noise?
Yeah, doesn't
You
it?
sure? I don't
No.
know. You weren't there.
No, I wasn't there. I feel
Well,
like
you don't know if it did or not.
Well, there you go.
There's Carla. Hi, Carla.
Hey,
Good to see
Carla.
you. Yeah. She's a good person, isn't she? You're very lucky.
She's a good person. We
She
love
sure
her.
is. Yep, good agent on that too. Well, I think it's time to talk about what's up Denton. But you know what? I think today I'm going to change it up a little bit.
Oh,
Okay. Let's take a break real quick. We're going to come back. We're actually going to bring our guest on, and we're all going to do what's up Denton together.
okay.
Sounds
Because,
like a plan.
they're in the know.
They are in the know. They know things.
All right. Well, let's take a break, and we'll be right back.
The Community Difference is a new series of shows powered by the Difference Radio live stream and podcast network. This series of shows was designed to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. And we wanted to create a platform that brings awareness to and reminds folks of the goodness that lives within so many of us. By working with the local community leaders, business owners, first responders, veterans, schools, and citizens who want to unite with a clear and selfless purpose, the Community Difference seeks to spotlight the people, events, and activities that are producing positive outcomes, inspirational stories, and incredible experiences. In a world that is consumed with negative press, media manipulation, and propaganda, The Difference, along with many others who believe and support The Difference, understands there is no better way to make the difference than to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. We are currently searching for local communities to be the focus of our shows, but before we can launch a show in your community, we need your help. We need you along with local business leaders, chambers of commerces, major nonprofits, online community group leaders, networking groups, etc., to join us in making the difference in helping your community be seen, be heard, and be remembered. So, if you would like to know how you, your business, school, social media community, church, or your favorite nonprofit organization can be a part of this unique and powerful program, reach out to us today and introduce yourself and let us know how you would like to contribute and bring awareness to the amazing people, places, and events that are making the difference in the community you love. You can call us at 972-866-4596 or email us at info@thedifferenceradio.com.
And now, back to the show.
All right. We're back. I'm glad y'all made it back with us.
We
Hey,
did. We survived.
Yay.
I just want to give a teaser. Can I give everybody a teaser?
Tease. You're a tease.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Next week, we have a new sponsor co-host on with us. I am so excited for this person who's going to be on with us next week. He's really going to, I already gave away, it's a he.
Oh, you already says.
Yeah. Of the information and the type of person that he is and the dynamic that he'll bring to the show is really going to be awesome. So I'm really excited about that. But you have to wait till next week to know who that is. So anyway, let
Yes.
let's go ahead. We have a segment every week on our show, and it's called
What's up, Denton?
"What's Up, Denton." Okay.
Awesome.
And so in What's Up Denton, we usually have, local things that are going on in the Denton community, all the events, different things are going on with shows and like the Jazz Fest was just on, and then what our local bars and restaurants and other business people that are doing. But first, I want to bring on both of our guests today. So I call this Chief Day because we have our two best chiefs in the whole world. Chief Ramona Washington, she's the UNT police chief, and Doug Shoemaker, our Denton police chief, are both on with us today. So bring them on, Lyndon. There they are.
Nice.
Okay, there's Doug.
We got Doug.
Chief Shoemaker, you look wonderful today, sir. And Chief Washington, you also do.
Hi.
Thank you guys for both being on with us today. And we have this segment called What's Up Denton. And so we talk about local things that are going on. And I just thought y'all might want to jump in with us and be part of the segment. So, Chance, take it away.
Okay, so the first, we're going to kind of be going around the horn a little bit. Beth has the first event on her calendar for the 14th. Beth, you want to tell us about that?
Okay. Well, one of them is alpaca yoga, but that's not what I'm talking about. It is Denton Tennis and Pickleball Center grand opening. That's up at Denia Park, up at 1117 Riney Road. So they're going to open a whole pickleball center for all the pickleballers around here.
And that's going to be on October 14th, correct?
Yep, October 14th, 11 to 2.
Does anybody on this show now play pickleball? Chiefs?
Can't say that I do.
Have you ever had interest in playing pickleball?
Can't say that I do.
Really?
Chief Washington?
That's funny.
Never in my life have I ever.
Never have I ever.
It's interesting, but no, I can't say that I've ever.
Okay, well, did any of y'all ever play tennis back in school?
Yes.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Or racquetball? Remember the racquetball days when that was the craze?
Yeah.
Yep.
I used to play a lot of racquetball. Sure did.
I've
Okay.
played pickleball. I've taken a lesson. I intend to play pickleball.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chance, she's already one up on us. So,
I am.
I know. Okay, well, we'll see. I have played once. It is fun, but it's just, finding time.
Yeah.
Let's, okay, so the next event is the Denton Business Breakfast, sponsored by Point Bank. That's October 17th at 8 a.m. at Zera Coffee. It's a really good business networking event. So if you're watching this podcast, that's going to be one you will want to try to get to for sure. And then
they always do a great job at Zera Coffee too. It's really a very nice setup that they have there with the stage and the sound system and everything.
Yeah, it's set up perfect. And then that night is Total Networking Mixer at the Dive, and that's going to be from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. or 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. You can stay as long as you want, but that's also we had a lot of people from the show there last time, a lot of people from the community, a lot of people from the chamber. So another really good networking event. And
that's also my birthday. That's also that day.
Oh, so you need to come. We'll do your birthday if you come. We'll do your birthday there.
That'll be fun.
And then, Beth, you had something on the 18th?
Oh, there's a lecture series with Colonel Eileen Collins. She was the first woman to fly the space shuttle.
That's
and
awesome.
Command a space shuttle mission. So that's going to be at Hubbard Hall. That'll be really
Very
cool.
nice.
Especially for those budding astronauts out there. I think it's really neat.
That's really cool.
And then we've got the, don't forget the Denton Community Market. That's every Saturday at 9 a.m. That's a really fun event. It's got tons and tons of vendors out. Really fun one.
Yeah, there's always good food trucks. Man, all the vendors, they've got so much, things that you can look at and buy. And and take home. And then usually there's produce and things out there too, which is
And
really
let's
great.
not forget how interesting the people are.
And music too, right? Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a friend of mine. He plays out there quite a bit, and
Yeah.
just really good. It's a good place, especially when it's cooler with the shade around there too. It's a nice place to go, and you can bring your dog too.
There,
Right.
you know what? Sorry, Chance. You know what? Also,
What?
is going on is Twilight Tunes down there across from Steve's Wine Bar. It's at a new place, and on Industrial. And I went there last week. Last week, and that was amazingly neat and fun.
So
Is
they're
And
that a
not
Saturday?
having
Is that a
Twilight
Saturday night?
Tunes on the square.
they're not having it on the square. They're having it in that new little park behind Hoochie's, across
Oh
from
yes,
Steve's Wine Bar,
uh-huh.
and they block off Industrial. The chief knows that because he's got people out there blocking off the street, and people can set up their chairs and listen to the music. It's so cool.
Do you think the
Very-
chief really knows that?
I feel like he knows things.
He
Yes.
oversees everything.
I think he knows things, really.
I don't give away my secrets. Sorry.
Well, we're going to find out today how
I
much.
wonder.
He really
Do you arrest a lot of? I wonder if a lot of people get arrested at that event.
knows. Oh,
No.
let's hope not.
I
Not
would-
at that one.
Yeah, I would say no. So
Okay.
Everybody keeps it down the down
All right.
low.
Yeah. Let's see. Then we've got Halloween Harvest on October 21st at 5 p.m. at the Denis Ray Center,
Rec Center.
Rec Center.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Denton Animal Services have a trunk or treat on the 25th at 6 p.m.
I bet you can take your dog for that.
Ooh,
Yep.
fun.
Dog event. And then Do at the U, CWU on October 19th, 6 p.m. A lot of Halloween stuff. And then you got Zubu at Frank Park Zoo in Gainesville on October 28th.
I don't know what happened.
Of, Halloween festives.
I didn't know what happened to your microphone, but that was just weird.
Yeah, you were like underwater.
Yeah.
Am I still underwater?
No,
No,
you're good
you're
now.
fine now.
You're good now, I think.
You must have been
Yeah, I've got
covering
some-
it up.
I got some feedback or something, so maybe.
Oh, okay. All right. Is that it?
Awesome. And that is it.
Hey, Day of the Dead, October
yeah.
20, the weekend of October.
Oh,
27th.
yeah, I skipped it because it was at the end. It was my list was out of order. So don't forget Day of the Dead, October 28th.
Yeah, that's always
Double
good.
check the date though.
Yep. So,
Well,
Chiefs, have y'all gone
honestly-
to Day of the Dead before to watch coffin races?
I
Yeah.
actually worked it last year.
Oh, you did?
nice.
Yeah. It is remarkable how fast those coffins, those people who build
Yeah.
and they push them down that hill, they get to flying. And they hit the, and they hit the bales of hay at the bottom end. They don't care, man. Just let them go.
There's no breaks, huh?
No.
Oh, there are breaks, but sometimes.
Can you really put brakes in a coffin?
Yeah, you can.
I don't know.
I don't know. Growing up as a kid, whatever we had that had wheels and you could push it down the hill, barely had any steering. So you're going to run into something. That's the way you stopped, is you just ran into something, and you definitely didn't have any brakes other than your feet on that too. So, well, thank y'all for bringing up all the events going on. I also wanted to drop on y'all that we've got the LinkedIn Guru coming to our office October the 18th. That's a Wednesday. And if you need to work on your social selling skills for LinkedIn and your branding, this guy, Terry Sullivan, giving him a shout out. He's got it going on. And he definitely knows his thing about LinkedIn. So
You kind of had that underwater sound too just now.
Well, I don't know what's going on, so it could be internet issues or something happening, I guess. So anyway, let's get to the show. All right. So, Chief Washington, I am so glad to see you today. I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to be on with us today. And the same with you, Chief Shoemaker. Thank you both for being on. I would imagine that your days are full every day. I don't know if you really have a day off or not, but I'm hoping that you're going to tell me. So, you know that Chief Washington is a UNT graduate. Did you know that, Beth?
No, I did not know that.
She's been around here for a while. So, would you mind get us up to date with who you are, what you've been about, and why you wanted to become a chief?
Sure. So first and foremost, thank you all for having us on the show today. I appreciate it. I guess I could first start off as just saying that, early on in life, as I was getting ready to embark on a college journey, I started looking through at that time, they actually had a course catalog. And in that course catalog, I kind of stood in between the pages and I landed on nursing or police criminal justice.
Wow.
And I ended up going with being a police officer because it was something I truly could see myself doing. And I didn't really think I could, handle the needles and just the nursing job as a whole. So I
You didn't want to
chose,
see the blood, huh?
yeah, I chose policing. And so I ended up going to a program there in my hometown in East Texas. I'm originally from a town called Mount Pleasant, which is
Yep.
about 2 hours away from Denton. And so I had a very unique program in college that allowed me to work on my associate's degree while also going to the police academy. And so I ended up getting credit, dual credit. And so when I finished up there, I had my police officer certification, a jail certification, and my associate's degree. And I have to admit, I thought about going to Sam Houston. I went to my advisor to work on my graduation paperwork. And while I'm there, the advisor had UNT paraphernalia all over
Oh
the
no, yes.
and I was like, well, where is UNT? I've never heard
Yes.
of UNT. And that kind of started my journey to UNT. It happened to be a good fit for me. I was a young parent in life. And so I was able to move here, go to school, still take care of my daughter. And so I finished school here and I worked at Denton County Jail for a little bit. And I would see the officers come through and I would, see the UNT officers come through and I had time to talk with them and they would encourage me to come over and check out their police department. And being a student, I thought, I was very curious about that opportunity, being a student, at UNT and then the opportunity to come back and work here. I looked into it. I came over and I spoke with some folks here in the police department. And I guess the rest is history. I signed on to work with UNT and it's been a really great journey for me over 21 years. November be 21 years
Wow.
for me here at UNT.
Congratulations.
Thank
Did you
Wow.
feel like when you were the student, like you kind of had your finger on, things that were going on in the college itself, or was it an eye opener when you became police?
It was an eye opener when I became a police officer because, to be
Mhm.
honest, when I was in school, I worked full time and I went to school full time because I was on a mission. I had a daughter to raise and I needed to get things done and I need to get it done
Right.
quickly, so that I can get back to finding a career and getting my
Sure.
daughter squared away. So
Yeah.
when I became a police officer, it was interesting because I got to see and be involved with all the events. Whereas when I was in school, I didn't really have the ability to do that because I was so focused on finishing school and getting on to a career.
Okay. So saying that you didn't have that chance is because of your focus of what you were chipping away at is you just didn't want to take the time to do that? Was that kind of
It wasn't that
or
I didn't want to. I didn't have the time. I was
you
so
didn't have it?
busy
Yeah.
going to school full time and working full time. Now, I went to a football game here or there, and I, joined some organizations on campus, but I didn't really have a lot of spare time to devote to extra things at
Understood.
that time.
Sure, sure.
But when I became an employee here, it gave me all those experiences that I didn't have before.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
And does your daughter how old is if you don't tell me, but how old is your daughter now?
Well, I know I don't look it, but I have a fully grown adult daughter
You don't look it.
she's 27 and
Oh, yeah, yeah.
she
Okay.
works downtown
Does
at Parkland
she tell
Hospital.
you how
Oh,
much she
really? That's
appreciates you
cool.
for the time that you focused and did the hard work in the beginning? Does she
She
know
does.
that?
She
Yeah.
does. We have a really, really great relationship.
Well, I'm a father of three women, and I have one left at home. So if you need a teenager, let me know, and I'll
Oh
bring her
no, I'm
over.
good.
No, she knows everything. She'll help you, and then my son too. But as they get past that late teen years and into their 20s, seems like things change. it seems like a little respect starts to come back towards you, and that circle starts to fulfill, and they start to realize, as parents, what we did. Because, at that age in your 20s, you're growing up with them too, right?
Oh, you
You're
are.
not
You
mature.
are.
You're not hardly any, you're just a few steps ahead of them. You know what I
Oh, yeah.
mean? And
You're
so it
learning
takes a
together.
lot, and it takes somebody with good values to be dedicated to focus on taking care of themselves and their future along with their child too. So that's awesome to hear. It's good news. We need to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Chief Shoemaker.
The North Texas Community Difference-Denton is made possible in part by Beth Caudill and the Make the Move team with eXp Realty. Your trusted partners in Denton County, Texas, for all your real estate needs. We understand the local market and pride ourselves on delivering personalized service, backed by cutting-edge technology. Experience the difference with Make the Move team, and by Matt Kern with Denton Does It. A network of discovery. Effective networking involves active listening, genuine interest in others' work, and a willingness to offer support and resources. Investing time in others will create valuable connections that propel careers and unlock endless possibilities. And Chance Post with Total Care. Total Care has been treating our neighbors in North Texas since 2004 as a family-owned, patient-focused company headquartered near Fort Worth. Offering 10, 24-hour emergency rooms spanning from Weatherford to Garland. You can find links to our sponsors in the comments and descriptions, as well as on our website www.thedifferenceradio.com. If you or someone you know in the Denton area would like to sponsor or learn more about co-hosting the North Texas Community Difference-Denton, please reach out to Matt Kern at matthewdoesit@yahoo.com. And now back to our show.
All right,
And-
we're back.
Okay.
We're all back.
We're all here.
Did you notice?
Yay.
Beth? Did you notice Chance's commercial? He's
I
got
did.
video in his commercial.
Oh, that's
We're
cool.
gonna have to
Yeah.
step it up. Just
Maybe
Step it
saying.
up,
we can
baby.
have video in ours.
I know we're gonna
Yeah.
have to step it up. So
We are.
just watch out, Chance Post.
Right.
Okay, so next we have the new chief of police for Denton. He comes to us from, did you just come to us from Colorado or from Missouri?
No, it's from Colorado. Actually, it's been over a year now, so I don't think I qualify as new anymore.
I mean, but technically you're kind of new, like a year. It feels like it was a year ago when I met you.
He looks new.
Like
looks
at the Chamber
young.
of Commerce,
Thanks,
right?
Matt.
So
I appreciate that.
so you were over in Grand Junction, right, before?
Yeah, I was there
And
for
then
this.
prior to that, you were in Jefferson City, Missouri. Is
Yep.
that right?
Yep, I was.
And you have been you have your bachelor's in English literature, master's in criminal justice, doctorate in organizational leadership, and then founding member of The Curve, a collaborative initiative with renowned author and speaker Simon Sinek. The goal to change the way we look at police leadership training and culture. So you've been with the Denton Police Department. They have over 300 police, right, on staff?
No, actually, we have 214 sworn and over 100 professional staff members, dispatchers, evidence technicians. Yep.
All right,
Quite a bit.
awesome. So does it really say you were with Jefferson City for 27 years?
Yep, that's correct.
And then you moved to Colorado.
I was there
for-
4.5. Yep.
Oh,
So this
awesome.
December will be 33 years for me on the job.
So, and is Denton your most favorite place you've been to?
By far,
Yeah. Hello.
every place has been wonderful, and I'm blessed to have had the experiences in each place that I've been lucky to go. So I'm very happy and thankful for that.
But you have some family right up in Jefferson City and
Family in Missouri. Yeah.
yeah. Well, in Missouri, right? Okay. I say Jeff City because my family is also from Missouri, and they always said Jeff City. I don't know if that's really a thing. It's
Yep.
really Jefferson City, but for some reason I want to say Jeff City.
You're good.
Okay. Well, there
All
you
right.
go.
So I got to know right off the bat, Chief Shoemaker, what triggered you to get
Triggered.
into the police, department? What was the start of that when you were in college?
Well, I mean, it was, I guess it was always something I thought of somehow, but I was actually pre-med in college and was going to go to med school. Experience there was really, really enjoyable. And my good study habits from high school turned to very poor study habits in college. And, I think I was living the college experience in a big way. And, I don't think my heart was in it as much, and so ultimately it just kind of moved towards policing when I started working with the police department. On what I would do is I was non-commissioned, and I would work from 11 o'clock at night till 7 in the morning, usually 3 to 4 days a week, and then I would take classes full time, and I just enjoyed it. I loved the people I work with, and it just kind of, I guess, the bug bit me, so to speak, and I knew that was probably the role that I wanted to take on at some point.
Mm-hmm. You never did military ever cross your mind?
Yeah, actually, I was going to sign up during the Afghanistan thing. I was going to sign up, and my dad said, you're so close to finishing your degree. My dad served in the Navy several years ago in Korea before he passed. But it was, he said, finish your degree, and then once you're finished, by all means, sign up if that's what you're looking for. But he really encouraged me to stick it through and finish that degree the last year, and so that's taking his advice is what I did.
Yeah, it seems like so many people who were military, in police military too, they come out and contract or they go into, public.
Yeah, I think it's the public service piece of that people want to help and protect and serve communities. I think that's a natural fit in a lot of ways.
So I would say that both of you have to be a little bit crazy and a little bit, or maybe y'all are hard-headed and focused to work in the public sector, because
I feel like they might also have to see a little crazy.
I know, right? Because y'all have to deal with so much dynamic, not only from the public, that happens, but even with the people that you work with. And I'm not saying anybody's crazy that you work with, but I'm just saying is there's so much dynamic and people that have moved from other states and have came here to work and to live here and to raise their families. And they've had a different way of living, from that time. And maybe, Chief, you can, point to that, but also that you have to deal with a different dynamic of people that live here in Denton or that are coming through Denton from time to time. And is it different, Chief Shoemaker, from state to state, or is in general everybody's all the same?
No, it's totally different.
Yeah.
Every community is different. Every expectation is different. States are certainly different. Missouri to Colorado was certainly a big change, and then Colorado to Texas obviously is a big change. So while people are in general the same on the most basic things, the folks that we interact with on a daily basis, our community is very different in terms of what their expectations are, and then how we serve them accordingly. So we do see a lot of everything across the board. We're lucky that I think we have, and I think Ramona would echo me here, in that we have a very supportive community overall towards policing. And I would say that Chief Sam Garrison of TWU would probably echo that. The three of us work together all the time on things. And it's a great relationship, and we're blessed to have that, because not every community has that with our university folks. So, I think overall it's very good. We have our challenges like any other community, but, we work through those and keep our mission in mind and try and do the best we can.
Chief Washington, can you tell me, from your point of view, the difference between a college police department and a public police department for the city or city? Is the structure of it run about the same, or is it, is there a lot of difference in the way each one are run?
I wouldn't say a lot, but I would, have to say that yes, there are some differences. And, one of the well, just to echo what, Chief Shoemaker said, the environment looks completely different. But even in that, we still deal with a lot of the same things that any other agency would deal with. And, where there's this tendency sometimes to look at college and university policing as security guards. We're not police security guards. We're
Thank
actually
you for saying that.
certified through the state. We have areas of specialization in our police department, just as you would find in any other police department. The differences being that, we have certain mandates and things that we have to comply with and follow, such as Clary mandates or, Title IX. We have things that are very specific to a university or college campus. We have to send out timely warnings and emergency notifications. And those are things that are very, very unique to college and university policing. And you don't see that in municipal policing or other types of policing.
Is crowd control in a college more than it is in a public sector where there's events going on? Because it seems like there's a lot of students, right, and that go to the games and things like that and other events. How do y'all look at that as far as crowd control goes? Because it seems like you have more, obviously, young adult, teenagers, early 20-year-olds than you do in public a lot of times, would you say?
Sure. Our student body is about 40. We're just shy of 47,000. We've seen
Wow.
a lot of growth here on campus. I mean, it's surprising in the almost 21 years that I've been here to see the growth that we've experienced. And it's been great to see the university grow over the years. But in terms of crowd control, I think that we're constantly looking at special events and, how we control, the access that's, that comes with those events, how we maintain the safety. And we work really close with our partners on campus, whether it's athletics or other, entities on campus, to ensure that we're always adequately trying our best to look at, concerns for, those events, especially when it comes to crowd management of them. And then even beyond that, we're looking at when there's high profile things that are going on, that we're paying attention and it's on our radar, so that we can, if there was something to happen on campus, we can make sure that we have what we need on campus to handle those, or that we're partnering with, Denton PD or any other, DPS in some instances, to make sure we have the resources we need to handle situations that may come up.
So how many people do you have on your staff?
So we have 47 sworn officers, and we have about 80 altogether with our admin staff.
Wow.
And that's And the population of Denton is like, how many? Do we know?
160-ish.
Yeah, we're up there. The estimated population of Denton, according to the things that I've heard, by 2030 is going to be somewhere around 250,000. So in the next 6-7 years, the growth is going to be, it's not just increasing, it's exponential.
I mean,
so
it's huge.
That's a lot. It sure is.
I remember that. So last week we had a luncheon and we had John Bain, the real estate guy from UNT, come and speak. And he had mentioned the population of UNT like you just did, Chief Washington. And I just was blown away because I went to UNT as well, graduated a few years before you, but like it was just, I'm just blown away about how huge it is. And how that is in comparison to our city. It's almost like a third or a fourth of it, of the city. And that probably doesn't, and probably, I don't know if our Denton numbers count UNT numbers, kind of thing. And because really those people may not permanently live here yet.
Right.
They figure that out and get smart enough and stay here like I did. Right. But not everybody does that. So,
well, let me ask y'all a question for both chiefs. What's the challenge of the growth that's coming? I mean, y'all have to deal with this, and do y'all look at like, okay, our next year, our next 5 years, this is what we're going to be up against. This is what we need to make sure that we have the right amount of personnel. I mean, what do y'all look at when it comes to that type of challenge of growth that Denton's having?
we did a survey, a study to estimate growth for our police department. And really, when you look at public safety services overall, so it's not only a matter of growing out public safety and police, but it's a matter of growing out all infrastructure within a city to support the growth. It's not just us responding to things, but it's folks that, it's roadways, it's wastewater, it's all those different things that really go into it that are essential. So as we move forward, we've worked with City Council to assess to add on staff, and it may not always just be sworn staff, because quite frankly, adding on additional sworn staff can be very difficult in this environment post 2020. It's just changed in terms of recruiting, getting the right people with the right heart and mind for the job, despite some of the negative media issues and how that's portrayed. I mean, some people will say, why would I want to do that if I'm just going to constantly be criticized? So some people look elsewhere that would maybe be great in our profession, but you start off from behind in the terms of how the media addresses you. So that's a challenge for us, but we still keep recruiting. We still keep moving forward. We still are finding some great people to do the work. It's just a matter of making sure that we can keep up with that as with growth and expectations from the public.
Mm-hmm. And so do you tell the recruitments maybe looking at UNT, you don't need to go over there, stay with us, we'll take care of you?
We don't really see, we're all in the Metroplex. It's unique because coming from Jeff City and then going to Grand Junction and here, totally different environments for recruiting. But here in the Metroplex, I mean, it's us fighting with Carrollton, fighting with Irving, fighting with Fort Worth and Mesquite and all these other areas in the Metroplex, the bigger cities. We don't really compete necessarily with UNT or TWU because it's just a different style of policing, and there's not better or worse. One's not better or any way than the other. It's just different style of policing. What you're looking for out of your career is the key. And some folks love the university environment. I did it for a few years non-commissioned and I enjoyed it. The city is where I find where my heart lies, but we have some great colleagues at both universities and with NCTC as well. So we're not really in competition, but what we want to do is show a strong collaboration between all of us here to show that unity, because I think that's a draw for people.
What about you, Chief Washington? What do you see that this growth, does to your daily and yearly routines of, are you always looking at recruitment? Always? I mean, is it on the target all the time?
Yes, we're always recruiting. I try to recruit, anyone when I have a chance to, and not necessarily trying to, compete, with the other agencies.
Oh, right.
We've not, had a problem recruiting for our police department. Our biggest problem has been retention. And it's only because, our retirement system looks a little different. It's not the normal retirement system that you would see for policing. But overall, I think, it's, it really comes down to, what type of policing, you want to do. How do you want your career to evolve? And some people are naturally drawn to the university policing, especially, here at UNT. It's a great place to work. There are great benefits to working here. You come back and if you're, we've got 50% of our department are UNT grads. So, if you, are able to come back to campus, you get to experience all the things, working here that, you got to experience as a student. So it's a very, very unique environment. As far as the growth of the campus, we contend with, just trying to adapt to just, you see an increase of events, you see an increase of traffic. We have, parking issues at times because of the growth. Housing issues become, more prevalent when you see the growth that we've seen. And then, just space management overall when it comes to having the classroom space that you need to accommodate the students. So, we're constantly working with our community partners just to kind of make sure we're staying on top of those things.
Yeah, understood. Well, let's take a break and we're going to come back and get to our topic today.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
JP Direct Health offers affordable health insurance solutions for individuals, families, and small businesses specializing in custom coverages to fit your needs and budget. JP Direct Health offers comprehensive benefits, including PPO health plans, accident and critical illness coverage, dental and vision, health matching accounts, along with telehealth at no cost per call. Call JP Direct Health today to learn more about how we can help you protect your health and your budget.
Do you want your home or office to sparkle? Then call Elite Diamond Cleaning today. From basic cleaning to deep cleaning, and using only the highest quality cleaning products and equipment, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Our team of experienced cleaners will work quickly and efficiently to clean every nook and cranny, taking care of all the details so you don't have to. With a variety of pricing options to fit any budget, you can be sure that you are getting the best possible price. Call Elite Diamond Cleaning today at 214-300-9876 to schedule a free estimate. Your home and office is a diamond. Let us get it out of the dust.
Are you looking for new or more reliable and affordable home services? Look no further than Utility Connect. At Utility Connect, we understand that every customer is different. Thanks to our partnership with The Difference, our free concierge service seamlessly shops all of your utilities and services for your home or business with one easy phone call. So what are you waiting for? Call Utility Connect today and experience the difference. For more information, give us a call at 469-414-2033 or visit us at www.utilityconnect.net/thedifference to learn more.
Are you a business owner looking to grow your company? Get fast, easy financing up to $5 million with no minimum FICO score required. Apply in 60 seconds and get funded in 24 hours. Call Jim Thomas at 214-629-7223 to talk to a financing professional today. Your business's future is waiting. So don't delay. Call now and tell him that you saw him on The Difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, we're back. So this month's topic, everybody, is on balancing community involvement and business, operations. Because, we all live at our job more than we do at home. And we spend a lot of time on our job most of the time. So we're going to talk about some tips for maintaining a healthy work-life balance. I would imagine that most of everybody here has probably been working 20 years or longer. I know I have. And as I look at, working past 40 years, is, where do I start drawing the line, and decide on when my time is going to be up with working. And obviously that's, finances obviously play a role in that too. But I would like for all of us to talk about a few things that I was looking at on this life balance and work. One of the things that I try to do every year, is I do a vision board. And we usually have a class on vision boards in January. And we look at, 7 unique balances of our life. And not that we can all balance, keep everything completely balanced, because I don't think you can. I think sometimes there's seasons and emergencies and things that come up that you have to walk through and work through it, to try to get things back in balance as much as possible. But, a couple of things I was looking at today and I want to go over with you guys is you've got to set clear boundaries, and you've got to have boundaries personally for yourself and with your business. And if you don't set them in your business, it overruns your personal side of that. And another thing I want to talk about is self-care too, is we have to make sure that that's a priority in our life, is that we have to take care of ourselves, and that when we know that we're feeling run down, we've got to make sure that we're doing something on a day-to-day basis, and not just when we run ourselves down and then feel like, okay, I've got to take a break and maybe I should eat better, maybe I should take more supplements. No, it should be, a full-time part of our investment into our business. And so that's the way I look at things, is that I want to make sure that I'm getting my rest when it's due. And then I'm also taking my vitamins or supplements in a way that, and exercising, that helps me stay at a optimum level of my living. I'm not getting any younger. I know you look at this face and you're like, no, he's so young and beautiful, but it takes a lot to get to this point. Just telling y'all. So let's talk about setting clear boundaries. In your um, positions that y'all are in, uh, I would say being a chief of police is a pretty high position, and congratulate you both for being at that level. So I know you got to have a good team around you, but you've got to personally set your own boundaries for your team, so they set their boundaries around that. Also, would you say?
Yeah, I think the big topic to discuss, I guess, is work-life balance and what that really means. We talk about it a lot, but do we actually do it?
Right.
I think it's the topic of the day, and you listen to podcasts or read books or whatever it happens to be on it, and then you go back to doing exactly what you're doing before, which is
Yep.
just work, and I think it's the older I get, much like you, Matt, even though you're clearly getting younger every day that I see you.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. I think it's a struggle for us, and for me, when you've got a city this size and you've got so many people that you work with, it is a constant. It's the nature of what it is. The thing to keep in mind is this was my choice to do this. I was never forced to do this, so I understand those things as I go into it. But by the same token, having time to step away and just take a breather is really super important to recharge. And we talk about it within our staff and our folks. We're working some overtime and things of that nature. But I really want the folks that I work with, no matter what their role is at the department, to be able to step away from being, we'll say, just being a police officer to just being a person who lives their life, and they can disassociate, because so many times in policing we become so wrapped up with the identity of being a cop that we're unable to take the badge off and really truly take the badge off. It seems like a 24/7, and it's not healthy. So having outside things to do, family, friends, hobbies, whatever that happens to be, is a very healthy type of thing. And I think we need to get better at it. So recently I had a conversation with one of my deputy chiefs who went on a vacation with his wife to a nice destination, short weekend. And he took his laptop with him, and he said it to me during a meeting, and it was just the two of us. And I said, "I'm sorry, what'd you just say?"
Yeah.
And he took his laptop, and I said, "Man, I love you, brother, but don't ever do that again. That's a big no-no. When you're with your family and you're with your wife, it's just the world is going to continue going. Go do your family thing, relax, recharge, and just step away." And
Yeah.
I think that's healthy. So boundaries are key, but it's hard. And I think,
It's hard.
yeah,
And look, we make it hard on ourselves. We can make that choice whether or not we want to take the laptop or not. I
Well,
have a couple that we go with, every summer to Florida, and he brings his two phones and his iPad, and I bring my laptop, and we take a minute or two out of some days that we're on vacation together, and we work, and it's like, should we really? No, we shouldn't be doing that. But the other side to that is that who else is going to do it if I don't do it? Can I give it to somebody else? And sometimes you don't have that exchange, where you can give it to somebody and let them take care of it. Uh, and I am the person that says, if I can help somebody and it only takes a couple minutes, I don't mind doing that. But you're right, Chief. It's a time that we should cut ourselves off from that and not touch it at all. If you're away, if you're off, you're off.
Well,
It's
can I
hard
say
to shut
something, Matt?
that off.
I think it's important that Chief Shoemaker, like what he said, though, as a leader, he's telling these people that they do need to set that boundary, because
Absolutely.
there's plenty of places where they think it's perfectly okay for you to take your laptop and work, and they won't tell their people that. So I think at least you're giving them the opportunity. I think that's important to at least you have
setting that standard. I mean, it's nice
certainly.
to have a boss that would say, "Don't take your laptop with you on a personal time." Like,
Yeah.
I would love that. Like, if I had, well, I mean, of course, I'm self-employed, but like, that's a great thing to have in a boss
Sure is.
that
Yeah.
cares as much about you as a person as your output, right? Your work output.
Yeah. Chief Washington, what's your boundary?
So I think that for me, I think it's important for us to set the tone for our agencies at this level. And so
Mhm.
my boundary is just, once I have set the tone, that, I expect everyone else to kind of, take that in stride as well. So in order for them to do it, they have to see us doing it. And so, my biggest thing is, our hours are, what they are. We have on-call command staff. I don't try to I don't send emails, after hours if I can avoid it. Now, we all understand what our peak times are. We know that, fall is our busiest time of the year. Spring is busy, but not as busy as the fall. And then when summer comes, it's really that time to, take a breather. But, the boundary is just us setting that tone for what, we expect in our organization, especially from our command staff. Like Chief, Shoemaker said, if you don't want them to take that laptop, you have things in place, to say, when you're on vacation, you're on vacation. We have a person on call that can, handle things that come up. And then that way, you're now an organization that don't just say that you value, that work-life balance, you actually show it.
Well, it's easy for you to say it to somebody else, but for you to do it yourself, you know, that's the other part because
Absolutely.
behind closed doors, it sure is easy to pick it up and open up your laptop, isn't it? You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
on there too. So, do you shut down when you take a vacation, Chief Washington?
Well, first and foremost, I love to travel.
Do you? Okay.
I'm kind of like the world traveler at the PD. Before I stepped into this role, I've been a
Okay.
little bit more skeptical right now because I'm so new to the role. But yes,
Yeah.
I still take my laptop, I take my computer just in case, something happens and I do need to communicate. But by and large, it's just there. I don't typically log on. We have someone that's, on call whenever, I'm out of the office. So I unplug and I
Yeah.
enjoy my travel time because you don't know, at any moment what your days on this earth will be. And you can't spend, so much time being wrapped up in work. You got to have that time to yourself, be able to allow yourself time to spend with your family because your days on this earth are limited.
Well, Chief Washington brings up a point I want to talk to you guys about is are you okay with bringing your laptop with you? And I mean, you always got your phone. Look, our phone, we work from our phone 99% of the time anyway. But is it okay for us to bring our laptop with us in case of an emergency? Where you've got to use a laptop for some type of communication. If you look at that's what I look at my laptop as is a form of communication or, you know, getting on it, watching a movie sometimes, if you're in a place of a vacation where you don't have a TV or, or even getting on the internet sometimes too. But are we all okay with a just in case, or would we just say, you know what, this time I'm not going to take it? But then when you don't take it, guess what? You're tripping out on it, right? It's like when you leave your phone at home and you're an hour away from your phone. It's like I got to get back and get my phone because I don't know what I'm missing. You know?
I feel like it would be like Chief Washington said, like you have it there. You don't have to grab it, but it's there just in case you need it, right? But
Yeah,
you
but
do
it's like
take the
that
time with
ice
your
cream
family.
cookie in the refrigerator. If it wasn't there, then I'm not going to know that it's there and I don't want it. You know what I mean?
I
That is
think
the
in the
most
nature,
interesting analogy I've ever heard, Matt.
Right,
Honestly,
I know,
it's
seriously.
like an ice cream in the freezer.
Right? Look,
Sorry,
I don't
Ramona.
need that ice cream. I don't need it. Okay? Don't ask me when I go to a restaurant, would you like dessert? Heck yes, I would love dessert. But that doesn't mean I need it. Right?
Yeah.
I think in the nature of our work, it's so important for us to be able to have that emergency response that's needed. So it's kind of like that break glass in case of emergency. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
You
there you
set the
go.
boundary
Well,
for
Yep.
saying, okay, it's only here if I need it, but making sure that it's not something that's on your, routine while you're on vacation to pull it out and just look at it to check in and see what everybody else is doing. It's really only there in case you absolutely need it.
yeah, my emergency at work is not your emergency at work most of the time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, I deal with some people here at work. They need to be arrested, but I'm just saying.
Matt, I'll just say from my end, there have been times where most times unless it's a work related trip that I'm going on for the International Police Chiefs, then I'll always take my laptop just because it's work and it's part of it.
Yeah.
But there have been long weekends where I've taken, and not only will I not take my laptop, but I will power my work cell down and because I've got some folks I deal with, I'm like, you're empowered. This is you now. And I think that's good for their growth down the road, especially because when the time comes for me to move on and retire, I need to prep people to step up and have that experience. And so I think it's a great way to kind of evolve what they're doing and how they think and work. And they can always reach me on my personal cell, but there are times when it just becomes absolutely necessary to shut down and leave it behind. And the world is not going to stop because I'm not at work. That's an ego thing that we got to get over. So.
Exactly, because what our jobs will get on without us if we weren't here tomorrow. Whatever that is, they'll go on without us. So one of our points that we're not going to get to, I wasn't going to get to today was disconnect from technology. Avoid checking your emails or messages during your personal time on that. But heck, when you have a phone with you that does everything, you can look at it at any point in time. When you get the vibrate and the buzz, it's like, oh my gosh, what am I missing? On there too. And when I'm on vacation, I try not to ever look at that if I don't have to. Now, if we're out at the beach and then I come in, I might look at it from time to time, especially if I'm not with all the kids, just making sure, that everything's cool on there too. And to the other point of, do we go back on our word? When we say, I'm not going to do this, but then we do it and you think, oh, I'm not hurting anything. I just looked for a minute. Really, I think you are. We're not being true to ourselves if we don't hold our own selves accountable for the actions that we do when we say we're not going to do it. Okay, I got to take a break, or we all have to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to start wrapping things up because an hour and 15 minutes is flown by.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
Texas Edge Insurance. We're more than just an insurance company. We're your partners in protection. We understand that every person and every business is unique. That's why we don't believe in a one-size-fits-all approach to insurance. We work with you to create a customized insurance plan that meets your specific needs. And we're always here to help you, no matter what. We offer a wide range of insurance products. We also work with over 30 insurance companies to find you the best possible coverage. So what are you waiting for? Contact Texas Edge Insurance today. Visit our website or give us a call at 817-406-2929 to get a free quote today. Introducing Bankroll Media, a digital marketing partner designed to take your business to the next level. At Bankroll Media, we are a team of creative and innovative marketers that works with mortgage loan officers, realtors, many e-commerce businesses, and much more. At Bankroll Media, we're different because you're different. We get it, and that's why we're here. We're not your typical marketing agency. We don't believe in cookie-cutter solutions or one-size-fits-all approaches. We believe in building relationships with our clients and understanding their unique needs. We want to understand your business inside and out so that we can create marketing campaigns that are tailored to your specific needs. From social media management, lead generation, web design to content creation and SEO, even email marketing. Bankroll Media can do it all. Bankroll Media, building presence, connecting ideas.
And now back to the show.
All right. Well,
Oh, there she is. I thought we lost her.
right.
I'm still here.
Oh, there you are.
She was already skipping out. Right. She's like, oh, I've had enough on that. All right. So it's hard to believe that we can go through an hour and 15 minutes so quickly, but I wanted to wrap up our topic today. And I feel like it's a choice that you have to make when you are trying to live a balanced life. And I think that sometimes when when we live an unbalanced life, it's hard for all of us to make um, the right decision if we are worried about something else. You know, when somebody um, looks like they are in need, meaning that something's really on their shoulders and they're carrying it with them, and it's affecting them not only at home but at work. Then they look desperate, and desperate people make desperate decisions. And so I think the best thing to do is to have a counselor in your life, or the best thing is to have a life coach or business coach in your life so you can get through these things and work them out. What's y'all's thoughts on that?
So I'm self-employed, as you guys all know. And so I have to really balance. And I had a nice life lesson last year that taught me I can't be all work and no fun. So that's my new motto: is I'm going to have fun and
That's a
help
great
people.
motto to have.
Yeah, help people the best I can.
What do you think, Chance?
Yeah, I highly recommend having a business coach, life coach. It's all kind of the same. I've had one for the last couple of years, and it's really helped me stay focused and really keeps what's important. You're working on what's important. So you've got that second set of eyes kind of looking at what you're doing, and you've kind of seeing those blind spots that you don't see. So I definitely think it's definitely a nice thing to have.
Yeah. Chief Washington, I got a question for you.
Yes.
What's on your bucket list right now?
I'm going to give myself a year in this role to sit tight and just really, hone in this position. But in the next year, I want to plan a trip, probably to Africa. I don't know if I'll get
All right.
to do it or not, but we have someone that works over there, and I am really intrigued about planning a trip.
That's awesome. That is a great bucket list. Have you ever been to Alaska?
No, not yet.
Okay. We went this summer. My son is in the Army up there at the Joint Air Force Base in Anchorage. So we went up there for a week, and I would suggest, if y'all have not been well, not just Anchorage. Anchorage is kind of just the port, but just get to Alaska. You'll be astonished at the beauty that it has, and like a lot of other places too.
All
Chief
right.
Shoemaker, what's your guilty pleasure when it comes to food?
That's a funny one. I try and eat well as much as I can anyway, but I would say anytime that there are a package of Oreos finds their way into the house magically, I assume, then that's probably going to be a problem for me. And I have discovered Beth Marie's, which is a real problem for me.
Yeah.
Because, I've been in a lot of places, a lot of different ice cream and whatnot, but they really knock it out of the park. So
Let's give a shout out to Beth Marie's on the square. Come on, man.
That's something else. So I try to be careful with that, but that would be my thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to know their biggest pet peeve.
Okay.
Biggest pet peeve y'all have.
Not valuing someone's time.
Oh, nice.
That's a good one.
For me, I think it's I think it's probably just not being people's genuine selves that drives me a little crazy. I think that people try and fake it or put on a persona that's not accurate to who they are. It just be you.
Oh, I love that.
And then I think I get along with my friends. My close circle of friends are just unequivocally them, and that's what I love about them. So that's my thing.
Well, Chief Shoemaker, we definitely want to have you both on again, but I want to talk to you at another time, obviously, about Simon Sinek. Start with the why and the curve, and why you're involved with that. So when we have more time, we'll talk that subject if you
good. Yep,
okay. I want to tell everybody thank you for being on today. I think we had some good questions and some good talk about what's going on in our life balance with our work and personal life. Both chiefs, I want to say thank you so much for being on today.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for taking the time out of your busy
Thank
schedule to
you.
be on with us.
Thanks.
And always thanks to my co-host, and thanks to Lyndon Wilson behind the scenes, editor, producer, and founder of the Difference Community Show. And I want everybody to have a great week and to go out and hug somebody.
Everybody hug somebody.
And everybody stay on.